Imagine you have got a rough diamond. It's got potential, but it need a bit of polishing to really shine. Well, that's exactly what data pre-processing does for large language model. We clean up the training data to make sure the model does not cheat during the test. It's all about maintaining a level to set the performance fairly. We can face major problem if the data is not decontaminated. The difference between these two prompts is the level of control that they give the LLM. The first prompt give the LLM a lot of freedom to generate text about any scientific discovery. The second prompt give the LLM less freedom and direct it to generate text about a specific scientific discovery. So this is the basic difference to craft a prompt and to control a prompt. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to our journey through the interesting landscape of language model. Before proceeding next, let's bridge the gap between our past discussion and what we will be discussing now. We have discussed the LLM basic concept earlier, and then we have discussed different techniques to create LLM. Now we are at the stage where we will discuss the data pre-processing for LLM because it is the most significant stage of the LLM creation process. Now, before we jump into the details, make sure you have got a good Python understanding and have a good knowledge of NLP and LLM basics. It's also great if you know about the data collection techniques and the fundamental of deep learning and machine learning. Let's discuss the outcome of today's lecture. We will discuss the ins and out of the data pre-processing and cleaning of LLMs. By the end, you will know why it is so important, how to do it, and how to create a quality data set for the LLM to for the best quality performance. Now let's see what we will discuss for today. Here is the agenda for the whole discussion. We will see the introduction, then we will see the need of data pre-processing for LLM. Then we will begin with the simple steps of data pre-processing and cleaning. Then we will see the implementation phase, and after this we will discuss some commonly used tool for this whole procedure. And at the end we will discuss the different challenges and conclude the whole discussion. Imagine you have got a rough diamond. It's got potential, but it need a bit of polishing to really shine. Well, that's exactly what data pre-processing does for large language model. It takes raw, unrefined data to turn it into a foundation of quality that elevate the models and lead the model toward intelligence. Let's see how to do this. So let's take a look at very basic part. Pre-processing data is like getting your element ready before starting a new task. In the world of LLM, it is about getting your data in shape before using it to train these language models. This involved different tasks like removing noise, fixing formatting issues, dealing with missing values, and many more things. It's like making sure your ingredients are clean, organized, and ready for the further action. So let's see how we can do this. So let's answer a big question. Why do we need all of this hassle? Because the quality of our data is directly impact how well LLM perform. So that is a reason. Let's take an example of OpenChat. It's a super impressive LLM that achieved outstanding score. And you know what? Uh, why this happened? It's all depend upon the high quality data it was trained on. So that's why pre-processing matters a lot. It's the major secret behind the success of a large language model. Let's discuss the steps of the data pre-processing and cleaning. We are actually talking about handling the junk data that disorder your data set, then to clean all of the duplicate entries that could mess with the model learning, then decontamination of the data to prevent the model from any de- devious and cheating during the testing. Then we will discuss the keeping things ethical and fair by controlling the toxicity and biasness in the data set. Managing sensitive information to keep things private and secure. then guiding the model with smart instruction through the prompt control. So let's see and discuss each and every one of them step by step. First of all, handling junk data. Let's see how we can remove junk data from the large data collection. There are a number of data cleaning mechanisms and tools available that can be used to remove junk data from a whole data set. So these tools can be used to remove duplication of data, to remove the noise from data, and to remove the data that is actually not relevant to the task. We are basically talking about some tools like just text and text filter, basically used to remove the boilerplate contents from the whole data set, and text filter is basically used for data set collection as well as cleaning. So it perform the web crawling, and it download data from the internet, and it also performs scraping as well as to extract the data, and then it perform the cleaning process as well. Then we see the different types of junk data, which is basically document length consideration and machine generated text. So the document length consideration is basically a technique which involves breaking down the really long pieces of text into smaller sections that still make sense. This can help to remove junk data that is only present at the beginning or end of the document. Then machine generated text. This technique involved removing machine generated text from the dataset. So this can be done by using the tool like control detector, which can identify the machine generated text. So control detector is basically used for this purpose to detect whether the text is written by machine or not. The deduplication. Deduplication is about removing repeated data. So our model do not get confused and learn from the same thing too many times. To clean up this repeated stuff, we will use some tools like which are really strict and only remove the exact match. With while others are a bit more flexible, like deduplicated text dataset, which is used as a tool for the removal of duplication of data. And another tool is data sketch. Both of these will be used to handle the duplication of data. We can remove the data duplication from dataset with the help of these tools. Step 3 is decontamination. Decontamination is basically a process like setting fair rules for the game. We model to peek at the answers while it is supposed to be tested. So we clean up the training data to make sure the model does not cheat during the test. It's all about maintaining a level to set the performance fairly. We can face major problem if the data is not decontaminated. Like when the answers to the test questions are already in the training data, the model might just copy them instead of figuring things out. Even if we are testing without answers, if the questions are like what the model already saw, it might do better than it should. So that is the reason why decontamination is needed here. Let's discuss how we can remove toxicity and biases from the whole dataset. We do not want our model to learn harmful or biased content. So we use tools like Perspective AI and spam scanner to filter out the bad stuff and ensure our models are ethical and unbiased. So spam scanner is basically a tool which automatically scan, and if there exists any content that lies in the category, it will eliminate it from the whole data set. Now let's see how we can ensure the data privacy of individual in case of sensitive data. If we are using any sensitive data in the training of model, so we need some data privacy and data security concern to in our consideration before starting the model training. Because data privacy matters, and that's where the personal identifiable information, which is also known as spy control, come in. Just like you need to keep sensitive information safe, we will use the tool like Presido, which is basically a context-aware tool that work as a plugin and identify the pi data from the text. And pi codex is also another tool which is used to find and manage the private data within a data set. So we will eliminate this kind of data and information from the data set, or we will make this data anonymous so that nothing can be recognized to identify and to make it secure. Okay, let's see how we can perform the prompt control. Imagine giving a clear set of instruction to a newly hired employee. That's what prompt control does for our model. There is a tool like prompt source which help us to craft smart prompt that guide our model to deliver accurate results. It's like teaching them about the task to perform best for success. Here we can consider an example. The first prompt is write a new article about the latest scientific discovery. This prompt is very general and could lead to the LLM generating text about any scientific discovery. So the second prompt, if we provide to the model, which is basically write a news article about the latest scientific discovery that could revolutionizing the way we live. This prompt is more specific and could lead to the LLM generating text about a specific scientific discovery that has the potential to change our lives. The difference between these two prompts is the level of control that they give the LLM. The first prompt give the LLM a lot of freedom to generate text about any scientific discovery. The second prompt give the LLM less freedom and direct it to generate text about a specific scientific discovery. So this is the basic difference to craft a prompt and to control a prompt so that the model so that we set a direction for a model to generate a limited response. Let's see some tools. We have got a collection of them from for different tasks as we have also, and we have use them in practical phase. So for the removal of junk data, we use just text and text filter. Then to check out the biased content with perspective AI. After this, for duplication removal with data sketch was performed here. Then managing private information with tools like Presido, and of course crafting awesome prompt with the prompt source. We have some other tools like PyCodex to remove personal identifiable information from the training data. So these are the tools that you can also use to clean and pre-process your data set. Now we will discuss some of the duplication and privacy challenges that we face during the implementation. So balancing data volume and the quality, which does not remain always better. So handling nice redundancy and privacy issues. After this, dealing with different languages, slangs, and abbreviation is also a challenge. Navigating biasness, fairness, and the right data set size is also a challenging thing. So let's conclude the whole discussion. Data preprocessing is a foundation of excellence for LLM. It's what turn raw data into pills that these models succeed in. With careful preprocessing, we are setting these models to for success, and they are basically making sure they are excellent and better than ever. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.